So for those of you who've been on one of these before, the idea is to give you a bit of a taste of not only how, not only why you should share and what the benefits are, but also how you can actually build either to get your products paid for or for you wanting to build a real full-on business. So if I sound a little distracted, it's because I'm watching the waiting room at the same time as getting started. So here we go. So, firstly, let me just start with integrity. It's super important to us. This is our business, and I protect Isagenix like I would protect my own family because it really is important what we say and how we say it. So, particularly when we're talking about the business side of things, everybody builds differently. Everybody has it comes with a different toolkit. They come with a lot of contacts, a few contacts. They come with a lot of experience or a little bit of experience. So it varies. And exactly the same with our weight loss, energy, and performance products. Every body, actually, the body is different. And so, therefore, different people have different results. And so, we can't guarantee anything. And in that side of things, we definitely can't treat, cure, or diagnose anything. So, that's really the integrity side of it. As I said, it's really important that we look after the integrity of Isagenix. So, moving right along. Well, right now you've got my story right up front. So, what we're doing tonight is just giving you a little bit of a taste of four of us and what our life was like before Isagenix, why we chose Isagenix, how we build our business, and what we love about it and what's next. So, I'm going to kick this off. And before Isagenix, I'm not sure how many of you know, but I actually started in the direct selling industry around about 45 years ago. So my youngest daughter is turning 45, and I started when she was 6 months old. So let's say 44 years ago. And I started because I wanted to earn an income while still being a mum and being able to be at home. And so through my career, I've run my own business in the industry in both party plan and network marketing. I have worked in the recruitment industry. So I've introduced people like Goran, Steve Foxwell, people like that, and helped them build a corporate career in the industry. So I think the key thing about that, which actually leads into my next question as to why I chose Isagenix, is because I've actually been in the boardroom and behind the scenes at events for so many different companies, both in Australia, New Zealand, and the United States. And during that time, there was only one company, and I'm not saying that or exaggerating, there was only one company that actually really made me think, you know what? I could actually build a business within this company. And that was Isagenix. And it was basically because it hit the mark with product, it hit the mark with the people and the way that they work, it hit the mark with the compensation plan and the earning opportunity. And culturally, right from the CEO and the top of the business through to every single person that I met really made me think, yeah, I could work with this company. And it's funny, I started with integrity, and that's really what stood its test of time over the time that I've been involved, which is now over 15 years. So, how have I built my business? Well, it'd be interesting to ask the other guys who are on here what they think. Maybe put a word in the chat. But I think it's through continuing to always stay in contact and support people, because to me, no one is ever not important enough to stay in contact with, whether at that time they're actually doing the business, using the products, or someone who I've just really enjoyed connecting with. And connections and consistency, two words that the guys have put in. I really do look at connecting all of the time. So the other day when I was out on a run, I actually stopped another runner and said to her, "Hey, are you local? Because I'm looking at starting a running club and I'd love to involve you." And, I got her details, dropped her a text afterwards. So, I'm always talking about community and connecting with people. I join outside groups. I go to networking events. And I also hop online and do that kind of thing too. But I'm definitely not scared to talk to anybody. I'm very proud of this industry and of what I do. So, yeah, I think that really sums up how I build. What do I love about it? Well, I absolutely love the fact that I am continuing to help people achieve their goals. And that's if you could ask me what would be a couple of the quotes that I live by. One is that if you help enough other people achieve their goals in life, you in turn will achieve your own. And the second one is that I've actually got it up here on my desk, and that is that I am inspired continually by the people in my life and through inspiring others. That's what drives me. That's what makes me get up every morning. What next? Well, taking a number of you to Thailand is definitely number one on my bucket list. And then moving on to building more people in the manager, director, and executive space. So, yeah, that's it from me. Let me now move on to our lovely Darylene. So, Darylene, if you'd like to unmute yourself and just tell us a little bit the same about your life with Isagenix.
Thanks, Heather. Before before Isagenix come into my life, I was finding that I was very lethargic, struggling in life, struggling mentally, trying to, cope with everyday pressures of life. And when this was opportunity was presented to me, looked at it a bit more in depth and why I really fell in love with it, I suppose, was the fact that it's all natural products was one thing that got me. I've always been one to go with natural resources rather than other products, I suppose, that's on the market. Um, and so therefore I tried the products, loved them, and I couldn't believe actually how easy it was to do. So once I started using the products, everything just started falling into place. And honestly, in the last 14 months, it's changed my life completely. Um, I say to people it saved my life because with the mental stresses of having children with mental health problems and things, it's very difficult sometimes, but this has allowed me to work on myself and help others that are struggling as well. So because I was doing so well, how I built my business was basically putting myself out there and showing people me. This is me. This is where I was. This is where I'm heading. The changes that it's done to me to help those around me. So I just love sharing that with people. Sometimes I get a little bit um, wanting, I sort of tend to say a bit too much, and talk because I'm so passionate about what it has done for me that I just want to help other people feel the same. Um, so by me just helping others and getting them on to the products and feeling good about themselves again, that's how I basically build my business. It's keeping it real, keeping it raw, and showing up every day. Um, and what I love, I suppose, is the best thing is all the free travel that I've gotten with Isagenix in the last 14 months. Been to Denver in America. And yeah, it's fabulous trips and the community and everything, and the people that I've met are just wonderful. So that's what I love about this business. They give back. And hopefully, yeah, a lot more trips on the horizon, a lot more um, events. I want to, spread the word more. I want to help more people, and yeah, hopefully I can do that.
That's beautiful. And absolutely, I know you can because you are such a genuine soul and you're out there to help others, which is so important. Thanks, Darlene. Thank you so much for having the courage to put your hand up first and share. And yeah, now we're moving on to Rachel. And I'm loving this because it's 3 and 4 very different stories. So over to you, Rach.
Hey, Heather. Thanks, Darlene, for sharing. And look, life before Isagenix, I did not have a clue about nutrition before Isagenix. I used to exist on coffee, caffeine, McDonald's. I just had the worst diet. And then I couldn't work out why I was so stressed, why my mental health was in the toilet and why nothing was working well for me. And it wasn't until I got onto Isagenix that I understood all of that. But prior to doing that, my life was a mess. I just felt like nothing was working and my positive energy wasn't going well. So then when I tried the products, it was just like a light bulb switched on in my body. And I felt like I was 8 years old again. I had all this energy, positivity. I felt incredible. And then I started looking into these products and why did they make me feel this good? Like, how is this normal? Is there some kind of drug in this that I don't know about? Of course, it's not. And I started getting into, I studied nutrition and I started looking into toxins and their effect on the body and why it is so, so important to detox regularly. But not only that, to flood your body with pure ingredients and protein. And that was, really the light bulb for me is if I didn't know this, I went to school, I went to uni, I'd studied, but I had no idea about nutrition. And I just wanted to let everybody know that they don't have to feel like crap because there is an option. And there is, lots of options out there, but by far, this is the easiest option. Everything is done for you. So I became very, very passionate about sharing that with people because I just don't like seeing other people in pain and unwell and unhappy. And, that's my big thing is all people. Now I built my business. I had been in the network marketing industry for many years as well, a bit like Heather, but I mostly built my business through contacts that I'd kept in contact with and, said to them, this is what I'm doing now. I think it's a great thing for you to try. It's a great compensation plan if you do want to build the business. You can't get anything better than the products. They're scientifically tested. All of those reasons, I encourage people to take a look. I did events as well. And when I first started, that was what got with events, and I'm still doing them, to be honest. We've had a couple of really, really successful events. Kylie, who's on this call, we had an event at her place and she advanced to manager, and then one of her consultants became manager from events. So they are certainly worth doing. And what was the other question? What I love.
What I love and what's next.
What I love. I love helping people feel good. I tell you what, the best feeling is when somebody messages me and says, oh my God, I feel amazing. I've just lost 5 kilos. I feel better than I've felt in years. And I'm thinking about, earning some money doing this as well because it is so good. I just love the positive feedback people give you as they go from a feeling of not feeling normal and not feeling happy and well to, oh my God, this is amazing. So what's next? Thailand is next, but also I'd love to get people on that trip with me. And I'm talking about you, Kylie, and you, Selena. You are coming on that plane with me, but I just want to see others be successful. That is my big thing is seeing other women be successful and men, but mostly women in this business because, once you find out how it all works and once you understand how this works, there is nothing better.
Oh, I love that. Thank you so much, Rachel. Okay, so on to Belinda.
Hey guys, welcome tonight. I'm so excited to share my story. Life before Isagenix was definitely very different to what I have living the life now. I actually worked in the recruitment industry for 10 years. And after having my second child, I decided to leave the industry. I didn't want to travel an hour into the city to work. I didn't want to put my kids into daycare. I just couldn't justify the cost. And so I became a stay-at-home mum. And I loved being a stay-at-home mum. I love baking, all those things, but I was missing something for myself and the income as well. We were really struggling. I ended up actually even doing night fill at Woolworths, which was, nothing that I've ever done before, but sometimes you just have to make ends meet. And so that was with a 15-month-old. So I didn't get a lot of sleep. And so my sister actually got me into the network marketing industry. I wanted to use a product. I used it. It was like a small tub of greens. And I felt guilty even for ordering that as a mum, stay at home. And I wanted to keep using products. And so I was kind of like forced to get uncomfortable and put myself out there to earn an income to pay for the products. I was with that company for 3 years, became a top leader for Australia, really did a lot of personal development and growth. And I felt really as I grew as a person and became aware of the industry, I realized I wasn't aligned with that company. And so I started looking around at all the companies because I knew I was taking a team with me and an income. And someone suggested Isagenix. I went through all the other companies and I flew to Sydney, met with corporate, and I walked out of there feeling like I'd won the lotto. What I love and why I chose Isagenix was the products and the compensation plan. I knew nothing about the products when I flew there, but the compensation plan, I spent 8 hours in their office and they were drawing it all out on the board. I literally wait till Heather goes through it. I just could not believe the compensation plan after being in the industry. I went home from Perth and hit the ground running and collected all the bonuses. And so how I build my business is via social media. I am very much an introvert. If no one, I do put it on for the stage and presenting and things like that, but I'm very much an introvert. And so I love hiding behind the social media side of things. I love that I can connect with people globally. I started with 242 friends and I'm nearly maxed out at over 6,500 friends now. So I love that. Heather, have you got the slides that I can?
Oh, yes. Show? Sorry. I was just writing something in the chat. Yep.
So I share by sharing results and people's stories. This is very powerful because it proves that you are getting people results. Your products work. So this is very, very important. And then the next one is value added. So people keep coming to you for value that you provide to them. And for me, it's nutrition. And about 3 or 4 years ago, I studied to become a certified nutritionist. I love food and nutrition and how it all works. So the information and knowledge that I have, I share on social media so that people gain knowledge for my content. The next one is lifestyle. I share my lifestyle. I never, ever used to do this like 15 years ago, but I share this so people get to know, like, and trust me. They see that I'm consistent. I'm not there one day and 3 months later, I'm messaging them about a sale. I'm consistent with my posting and I'm showing up and I show them my family, my travel, what Isagenix has done for me. Just so, as I said, so people know, like, and trust you. What I'm really excited about coming up in the future is obviously the trips And I don't think Thailand will be the last one this year. I'm also going to Sydney maybe next month after, to host Elevate. But yeah, I'm really excited for what's coming with Isagenix, the products, the income side of things. I'm going to be very careful here, but there's so much money on the table. And if you're wanting to earn an income, then this is what I'm excited about, developing and growing leaders and strategizing how you can collect the money along the way. And that is a skill that I have perfected and help anyone with. So, yeah.
Absolutely. 100%. If you want strategy, you go to Belinda. She is awesome at it. Okay, so moving on to what brought you here today, Rach.
So, most of us would like financial freedom. I don't think there's anyone come across in life that doesn't want to be financially free. But that might be, you might have someone on this call that is not interested in money. You might be here because you want more time for yourself and your family. You want to travel more. You want to be your own boss. What has brought you here today? So why are you on this call to find out some more about the business side? So pop in the chat if you've got a reason or a why, a goal, you could call it, for being here to find out how the business works. I know for me, it was health to start off with, followed closely by financial freedom. And, having worked in corporate after I was in network marketing, not ever wanting to be in that situation again, because there's nothing worse than feeling trapped in fact, what is very interesting is people sometimes call network marketing a pyramid scheme, but I'll tell you the true pyramid scheme is corporate. If you ever work for a corporate organization, that is absolutely the definition of a pyramid scheme. So
we've got some awesome results in here. We've got financial freedom, retiring sooner, and flexibility. So yeah, absolutely all of those things, Rach.
Amazing. Awesome. Great work, team.
And moving on to, we have the solution.
Yeah, I absolutely love network marketing because, most of the work is done for us in the sense of the marketing, the sourcing the products, the science behind the products, the campaigns, the warehousing, the shipping, the customer service, the financial reports in the back office. Like, it's a bundle of a business that basically is, you have to find customers and business builders to duplicate it. So I absolutely love it because it's a model that is very, very powerful. And as it says, word of mouth, referrals, connection, is how you build.
Yeah, it's absolutely the answer. And I think it's like a hidden gem, isn't it? That people really don't realize how good it is.
Oh. And so I'll go. So yeah. Isagenix, I absolutely love. It's a global company, which again, I will say again and again, you can earn an income while you sleep and have customers in the USA, Canada, Europe. It is very exciting. When you wake up and you're like, oh my God, we've got a customer in France that's just ordered the collagen and you've earned an income from that. It's very, very powerful. It's been founded since 2002. Its main head office is in Arizona. And I love the products, obviously, and also the clinical studies behind the products. To have so much posture and the 30-day money-back guarantee, and the I never spoke about it before, but the volume that never flushes is what made me in that meeting get my attention. So if you don't know about that, we can talk about that later on.
Absolutely. And so both of you, what about the benefits?
Yeah. So Ray, what do you love about it?
Oh, look, so many benefits. And I think, as I was talking about working in corporate, I don't think anyone really enjoys having a boss. Well, anyone with a, a bit of get up and go. So the benefits is you can be your own boss, but you don't have the bad side of being your own boss, which is staff to worry about, it's overheads, it's paying rent, it's all of those, the stock, it's everything to do with all the admin side. You don't have to do marketing, all the flyers and everything are done for you. So, it really does make a huge difference. So it's basically like you've bought into a franchise, but you don't have to pay for it. All you do is you buy products every month, 100 QV worth of products every month, and I call that your rent to have a shop and have access to everything that the company gives you, which is unheard of. If you tried to open a franchise and spend $200 a month on rent or everything else that you need to do, you couldn't do it. You couldn't sustain it. It would be impossible. So
I love that the income is unlimited.
yeah.
It's based on your performance and your action. You don't have a salary cap. If you want to earn more income, you can take more action, put more hours in, and yeah, it's like it's like actually going and getting a second job. I remember when I first started, I was working Saturday mornings and Jay would take the kids. So that was my part-time job in network marketing. So I could bring an income in and build very quickly.
Yeah. And look, and the thing is too, the time you put in, you get rewarded for. Now, when you first start in network marketing, it might feel like you're putting more time in, but that changes, it flips. At some point, the business flips and you're putting in less time and earning more money. But like anything, it's not going to happen instantly. I mean, it does for some people, but most of us have to work at it for a period of time to get that trust and integrity, so people will come to you. So yes, the key is don't ever give up.
I love that. Okay, so what are our products? What do we have to offer?
So we've got four main pillars, which is nutrition, which you all know about. That includes sport, really, natural beauty in the form of our collagen elixir, and superfoods such as nootropic, greens, immune support, etc.
I think this one's
And
Yeah.
I
I just
think
had to close my door. So I absolutely love our pillar of our resetting your metabolism. Honestly, this is our gold product. What we do with the reset is we focus on nourishing your body, calming it down, especially the cortisol, and rebalancing your body and having one cleanse day a week. Now, this really focuses on stripping that visceral fat and that belly fat, but really helping people lose that weight. Now, Renee here, I don't know how much weight she lost in the end, but she actually won $8,000 cash while building her business with Isagenix and getting results. And she was the IsaBody winner for Australia, because she shared on social media her results. She got results. And she earned the money. So there's an awesome opportunity there. The IsaBody registration has just opened on the 14th. So I'd highly encourage you, if you've just joined the business or haven't done an IsaBody or you've done numerous, register for it, because we've had people within our team win the $8,000 and it's been life-changing for them in that large sum of money.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the life-changing bit is relevant to every one of those winners. Absolutely. And we also have our collagen.
Oh, absolutely. Now, this is my favorite. Actually, I've got lots of favorites, but this is top of the pops as far as favorites go, because honestly, collagen is everywhere. Can't go anywhere without seeing collagen in chocolate, all kinds of things. But our collagen is next level. It's not like what you buy in the shop. It's got patented double nutri technology, which basically means that the molecules are tiny and they go through the gut lining into the bloodstream and go to where your collagen stores are. Not only that, they help your body produce more collagen. So it is 90% absorbed. Unlike if you go to the shop and buy collagen, you're lucky to get 50% absorption. So you're spending double the amount of money and getting 50% results. So that's one of the things I love about it. But there's so many other things like hair, skin, nails. The results seriously speak for themselves. And when you start using this, I always say to people, take a photo before because you don't notice the changes over a period of time. But honestly, it's things like, better joint flexibility, more energy. That's on that side, but then also the improved hydration and pigmentation lowered and less wrinkles, etc., etc. So, but collagen is scaffolding for the skin, and we all need it. So
I
how
love
do
that.
you,
Scaffolding for the skin. Great.
yeah, yeah. So how do you earn money with Isagenix? So we have a very, very generous compensation plan. As I said, I've been in network marketing companies before, and this one is by far the most generous for what you have to do and what you get rewarded for. It's next level. And there's 6 different ways that you can earn through this business. Through 20% retail profits. That's basically if you sell a pack, you make 20% cash. You've got product introductory bonuses as well, which is similar. You've got executive matching bonuses when you become an executive. You've got team builder bonuses, which is another percentage that you get paid for maintaining consultant and above. You've got rank advancement bonuses. And then, of course, you've got the incentives and promotions such as Thailand, which you actually get money for the flights when you go to Thailand or any other trip. They give you money, and what normally happens is you buy the flights and you have money left over to spend. So it's amazing, really amazing.
Mhm. Absolutely. So let's just dig into the money quickly and how it works. So the very first thing is every time you introduce someone for their first order, you earn 20% commission. So in this example, that's $87 for a reset pack, which is one of our favorite packs. A couple of those people, and obviously that doubles. And not only that, when the very first time you introduce 2 people, you actually become a consultant. You get another $50 plus you get $95 product voucher if those 2 people were introduced in the same month. And then the sort of natural thing is that you then show those people how to do the same. And I think right through tonight, you've heard stories of, phenomenal changes and lifestyle shifts that people have made. So why would you not want to tell other people about that? And your people tell other people. So every time you get a new consultant, you earn another $100. So that's 200, as you can see on there. So basically, if within your first 2 months of becoming what we call an associate, which is when you can actually share the products and earn money, which you don't have to do. It's totally people's choice. You can earn $674 just in bonuses, and there's more that adds to that as time goes on. So it's a natural thing. It's sharing with other people and getting paid for doing that. And then as you keep doing that, you don't just do it once. So each time you introduce someone, you offer them the opportunity of sharing with others. Some do, some don't. That's absolutely cool. But when they do, you are able to earn another $100 each time you introduce a consultant. And then there's other bonuses. Once you have 6 of those consultants, again, if you do that within a time frame, you earn another $750. And not only that, the ultimate, which Belinda and Rachel have both alluded to, is executive. And once you get to executive, you can actually earn all those extra bonuses. And as you can see here, on the path to executive, if you do that within 6 months, you basically get over $4,000. And this is just in those basic bonuses. There is other money that comes in as well. So, if you want to earn a little or a lot, you absolutely can do that. It just depends how many people you introduce and how many people you support in introducing others. It's as simple as that. So this is my you can't sleep at night slide. Basically, if you really get this, then you will be lying there thinking tonight, well, who do I know and where? Because as you can see by this, as you introduce people, they introduce other people. And let's just imagine that one of those people right in the middle then starts sharing. Maybe they're a hairdresser and they start sharing with other people, other clients, other hairdressers. And it might even go to another country. It might go to France. It might go to the USA or Canada. Then that growth just keeps on happening. And as Belinda said, there is no flushing out. So as the volume builds up, as long as you stay active every single month, you keep building volume that you will get paid on as you introduce others. And the second thing is that there's no limit. It just keeps on going. So it doesn't matter if someone is, 10 levels deep from you, you still get paid on them. And every time there is 300 points on one side and 600 points on the other, you earn a $60 what we call cycle. Now, I've done that very fast, but all you need to do is reach out and pop your hand up to any one of us and say, can you go through this with me a little slower? And one of us will absolutely explain it all to you. But this is absolutely the can't sleep at night slide. So how do we get started? If you want to earn that income, how can you get started right now? Right.
So we have
Oh,
we have three packs that we recommend, and they are the 30-day reset, which gives you the ultimate reset for your body, and then or the collagen elixir, the month supply for 205, or the 14-day reset is a starter pack for 302. Now, I believe, Heather, we got a special offer for tonight.
oh,
Not yet.
I can jump ahead to it right now. So there's a couple of special offers and we'll come back to the training that we have available for you. The first one is if someone that you're working with, because you're on this call tonight, they decide to do that thing of stepping up to associate. So that's going from preferred customer to associate. And I really love this about Isagenix because it means if you want to stay a preferred customer forever, you can. But if you want to step up to associate, it costs you $25 for the year to have access to all those dollars that I popped in before. But we're going to give you a $25 voucher if you do that before tomorrow at midnight, Wednesday at midnight. So that's one offer. And the other offer is for any of you who are sharing with people, because you're on this call tonight, if you're sharing with people, you are able to offer them a free tribiotic. So take a screenshot of this one. And again, ask the person who invited you on here for the more details, but you can absolutely offer. So there's a couple of offers we've got. And now I will script back to the training. So Belle mentioned before about the fact that she is going to be in Sydney, which is super exciting. So on the 2nd of May, she's going to be here heading up Elevate. And Rachel is flying all the way over to Perth and going to be with the Perth crew. So I have to say, I feel like the big proud mama because two of my people are traveling to other states because they did such a good job at their Elevates. And I'll be in Sydney with Belinda. So, literally you can scan and book your tickets for that. And don't just book one, book two, because then you can invite someone else to come along with you because you really will love these events. And the events are followed up by these, and again, take a screenshot of this one because these are dates that you should pop in your diary. They are the boot camps. So we've got this new system this year that every time we do an Elevate, we then have a boot camp that follows, which is online, and you can learn all the skills you need to know to actually build your business. So that is super cool. So those are the brand new hot off the press dates for the boot camp workshops. So I think I have, and we've got a little bit of a secret. Maybe I've talked a bit, so you girls can tell them about the secrets that we've got coming up. And
Well,
they should be on the call on Thursday night.
yes, let me just say you want to get to consultant if you're not already at consultant. Get to consultant as soon as you can. This is for new associates only. So if you're currently a associate or a consultant or a manager, or you've been in the business for more than 6 months, you will still benefit, but you need to work with other people to help them get to consultants. Does that make
Yep,
sense? More will
absolutely.
be revealed. Stay tuned, but just get to consultant.
And get on the call on Thursday night, because even before April, there's exciting stuff happening. So you need to be on the call on Thursday night. And Rach, you love finishing off with this quote.
Yes, Richard Branson. You know what? He's got a brain and 2 arms and 2 legs, just like all of us, right? He's no different. He's human. But he just has a different attitude, which is if someone offers you an amazing opportunity, but you're not sure you can do it, say yes, then learn how to do it later. It's all in your attitude. Positivity is what is going to attract people to you every single day.